onto a patrol cop. When they arrested him, they found an international wanted poster in his pocket, one he forged himself. Just like that, he got himself locked up. Was disguised perfectly. Micro-explosives were shaped into chewing gum. The fuse and a tiny tracker were hidden inside a cigarette, and a lethal poison was injected into a small bottle of cologne. The guards didn't suspect a thing, and let it all through. Once inside, Arthur laid low like a predator waiting to strike. One day, down around him, in a split second, Arthur grabbed a rod and locked it around the man's throat, until he went completely limp. Then Arthur pulled out the poison from the cologne bottle, and forced it down his throat, killing him without a sound. But one of the henchmen sensed something was off. Arthur quickly blocked his view, and said the boss was just praying with his head down. The guy bought it and the wall blew wide open. He slipped through the hole just before the guards could reach him, then dove straight into the water. First mission flawless landed him his second target. This one lived on the 76th floor penthouse, with 500 bodyguards stationed across the 5 floors below. A direct assault was impossible, but Arthur found one fatal weakness. The guy swam every day in a glass-bottom pool hanging off the edge of the rooftop. With that intel in hand, Arthur locked in his plan. He disguised himself as a potential tenant, and went to view an office space below the target's building. When the real estate agent wasn't looking, he snapped a photo of the key structure, went home and 3D printed a perfect copy. Then he ran a detailed material. Everything was set. Arthur put on a maintenance uniform and walked into the building, used the fake key to slip into an empty unit below the target, climbed out the window, and 76 floors up. Using heavy-duty suction cups and climbing gear, he scaled the side of the building inch by inch. Finally, he was hanging right beneath the glass-bottom pool. Arthur put on his safety goggles, drilled a small hole in the glass with a micro-drill, inserted an armor-piercing cone, and injected the compound. At that exact moment, the target was swimming right over the center of the pool. When he looked down through the glass and saw Arthur, he tried to scream, but it was already too late. The compound detonated instantly. The glass floor shattered. Tons of water came crashing down with brutal force. The target was ripped right out of the building by the surge, and plummeted into the abyss. And Arthur had already rappelled back down to the room below, put everything back the way it was, threw on his maintenance disguise again, and walked right out the front door like he owned the place.